Hi everyone, how are you doing? This is sjsrana, your favorite host, reporting for June 28, 2023. On the world events, as we see Russia getting ready with nuclear war options on the table, as Ukraine war has been ongoing for more than 430 days, and now Russia is getting frustrated as a lot of other things are going on. So we see sun flaring up CMEs and it's getting ready for another bizarre CME event. We have been lucky so far, so good, but now we will do face some of the worst CMEs in time ahead. So that's my pre-warning on hashtag MAY 2023 WPR. Okay, quickly jumping on to India, where a lot of communal violence is going on. Obviously, we know state of Manipur was in constant stir and was burning with violence between the two ethnic community. Now this time there has been a major issue of burning of a church, vandalizing and burning of a church and under construction property of the church, whereas the leaders of other organization outfit has been framed. Also, we are seeing some of the issues with India PM trying to unfold the UCC uniform code, which is the uniform civil code for having the Marriages and Divorce Act under one civil code for the whole nation. Since in India there are many religions, and like if you see Muslim community of India is almost 40% strength of the population, almost around 40%. Then we have 7% of Christian community, around 7%, but it's reported as 5%, and remaining is Hindu and Sikh community. So that issue has been going on. Recently we find there was a complete review on Kamala Harris, who is a VP of US. Her polls, recent polls, have gone very negative, almost dropping down to 49%. So this is not good for any position holder in US government, which is this is for Kamala Harris, who is VP. So this is totally demeaning, and this is something which is going to be of grave concern. Also, these are my latest updates on WordPress, which is oneworldpress.wordpress.com. I've been updating all the events since past 8 years, since 2012. Also on 2012, before that, I was posting on beforeitsnews.com. You can search by sjsrana, beforeitsnews.com. So since 2010, I've been constantly updating the world events so that humanity can save itself. Even on pandemic 2020, which is COVID-19, I had predicted in June 2019 with hashtag MAY 2020 WW3, where in this article and post on WordPress I've written that we're going to face a lot of casualties, fatalities across the globe for various reasons. That was in the archive till 2021. On Google Archive, if you search by hashtag MAY 2020 WW3, but Google lately has removed that archive, which dates back to June 2019, where I've done the prediction. So anyways, folks, quickly jumping on this White House issue, where the minority, or you can say one journalist named Siddiqui, female, who had questioned PM Modi of India, who was visiting on tour White House press conference on the human rights conditions in India and what Mr. Modi and PM is doing, or India is doing on human rights for the minorities community especially, because India is known for human rights violation, no matter what the official figure is. But like we see 1984 genocide, which is now being burned in the carpet, and a lot of other issues. 2012 there was on 2002 there was some Gujarat violence. So a lot of these issues have sprung up, and the minority communities don't feel that safe as we are moving forward, because these human right violations, or a lot of these out of bound, out of condition things which are happening on minority communities are grave concern. And even US has rated India on very low level of human rights. Also, India is rated very low on global press freedom index. There are many other things which India is rated at the lowest. So, but the government has to say the official figure which says, oh, everything is rosy and fine. All these people are lying. That's what they want to imply eventually. So what happened to that Siddiqui reporter who was harassed online by the trolls? Massive Indian people trolled her and they harassed her online. So this is the person who is living in United States. Imagine a journalist who is living in India and trying to confront government with these issues, or with their, exposing them their black deeds. What is going to happen to them? You can just imagine. This was a journalist who is well reputed in Wall Street journalist of the US, know him as Mrs. Siddiqui. But now this is unfolding in front of us. So another big issue, another big thing, human trafficking across the globe, where recently in Philippines, 2,700 victims were saved by these human traffickers. So this is a big achievement for Philippines. All the nations across the globe are basically running daily sting operations to catch the perverts pedophiles, except India government. India is 1.5 plus billion population, the largest human production factory of the world. But you will never hear from the government that they are running a sting operation to catch the pedophiles, perverts, predators in the neighborhood. Because that's how the babies are being produced massively in India. Every time a girl is raped, minor girl is raped forcefully by the pervert in neighborhood, she approaches the court and high court. Subsequently, she gets rejection for abortion. Because they say baby is good, mother is good. Although she's 14 years old or 13 years old, they'll say no, everything is fine. You have to keep the baby. So this is a big problem in India, that once the girls are forcefully raped in India, they are supposed to keep the baby. And eventually when they have to keep the baby, they go for the compromise with the pervert rapist of India. So there is huge population of rapists, perverts. Also they are running daily metaphor games, gimmickry in neighborhood. What this pervert association of India has come up with, because they know they are known by world, by India females and everyone else, that they are perverts. They are totally pedophiles. But they run the schemes and gimmickry. This is what I'm going to...
Russia getting missiles ready for more launches. As nuclear war approaching, all preparing to endgame. Shrana Surinderjit Singh Rana. https://youtube.be/oicv-zb_p4. Vandalizing India church and destroying openly, claims experts. Investigation ongoing. https://thywire.in/communalism/up-for-against-bajrong-dal-and-under-construction-church. India. For against Bajrong Dal, VHP leaders for demolishing an under-construction church. Different kinds of sex trafficking exposed. Schemes, tricks, gimmickry by sex trafficking agencies are also human trafficking, sex trafficking. https://youtube.be/qua6jglixy0. Knocking down hard on perverts playing games in neighborhood to rape females, girls. The court observes they don't need massive proofs of perverts raping females. Any penetrations in female's mouth or private parts enough to prove rape. https://www.latestly.com/quickly/india/news/penetration-proof-enough-to-rape-7-2-year-jail-term-2-20198199.html. Mostly India perverts teamwork are seen running schemes, tricks, gimmickry in neighborhood for entrapping females, girls into believing that whole world business runs on sex trafficking agencies, tricks, schemes, gimmickry, impostors, trespassing, morons. However intelligent girls, females never falls for India perverts, pedophiles, population teamwork except females, girls there are not intelligent enough to understand deep state sex trafficking agencies and agents. Metaphor morons, rapists, games, tricks, gimmickry, schemes in neighborhood. So most of India females, girls are entrapped by India sex trafficking agencies, agents in neighborhood, that dictate not to directly approach, call innocents in neighborhood. However they become pimp in neighborhood, running fake fabricated schemes, tricks, gimmickry in neighborhood to have perverts rape females at secret location, time, date. They teamwork to work like terrorists, threatening females, girls in neighborhood and do as they say, mostly are funded by All India shadow government. Here's their schemes, tricks, gimmickry of India sex trafficking agencies. https://youtube.be/7pser-for-8cq. Why true gentlemen and saints never follow India sex trafficking agencies, tricks, gimmickry, scams in neighborhood daily to befool world and entrap females, girls in neighborhood. Why only perverts knows India sex trafficking agencies secret location, time to rape females, girls in neighborhood. India perverts can smell females, girls from miles away. They're perfect in approaching and trespassing into houses, villas in neighborhood. They don't fear law, they're themselves law in India. Metaphor morons, rapists convicted of raping foreign innocent female in teamwork mode with landmark judgment. https://www.news.com/news/legal/penetration-proof-enough-to-dash-rape-4-10-year-jail-term-to-dash-2-year-jail-4-11770.html. India High Court judgment. Penetration proof enough to establish rape, says HC, awards 20-year jail term to 2 men for raping foreign national. India minorities Muslim community convene emergency meeting on Uniform Civil Code UCC https://www.india-today.in/india/story/pm-modi-uniform-civil-code-pitch-2024-polls-opposition-reaction-awasi-congress-dmk-2398929-2023-06-28 Nuclear war approaching May 2023 WPR. Nuclear war approaching May 2023 WPR Https://nuclear-war-approaching-May-2023-WPR. Nuclear-war-approaching-May-2023-WPR-HTTPS://always remember Shrana never participates in Metaphor MOR-ONS rapists schemes tricks gimmickry and neighbourhood daily India, all India sex trafficking agencies MORONS hijacking communications cell phone daily of innocents to facilitate sex trafficking females girls in neighbourhood. Thanks, Surinderjit Singh Rana. When in India, always be aware of impostors, impersonators, pedophiles, perverts, trespassing morons. Many surveillance data and communication for stealing IPR neighborhood surveillance by impostors and neighborhood trespassing morons. Hashtag Shrana +918968107947 WhatsApp 6,239,428,115 mostly used by Shrana 70733979747 70733579747 Hashtag Shrana www.ownworldpress.wordpress.com Instagram.com/Shrana Direct messaging donations to humanity related work for this site click https://paypal.me/Shrana. Locale. X=N_US Google search May 2020 WW3 YouTube search Shrana.
Hey Google, what are sex trafficking?
According to Wikipedia, sex trafficking is human trafficking for the purpose of sexual exploitation. It has been called a form of modern slavery because of the way victims are forced into sexual acts non-consensually, in a form of sexual slavery.
Hey Google, my phone numbers?
You have the following phone numbers in your Google account. First, 070-733-57947 and second, 08968107947. You can manage your phone numbers at my account.
Nuclear war approaching #May 2023 WPR https://ownerworldpress.wordpress.com/2023/06/2016/russia-failed-media-sex-strategy-Gender-India-Srana never participates in Metaphor MOR-ONS rapists schemes tricks gimmickry and neighbourhood daily India, all India sex trafficking agencies MORONS hijacking communications cell phone daily of innocents to facilitate sex trafficking females girls in neighbourhood. Thanks, Surinderjit Singh Rana. When in India, always be aware of impostors, impersonators, pedophiles, perverts, trespassing morons. Many surveillance data and communication for stealing IPR neighborhood surveillance by impostors and neighborhood trespassing morons. #Shrana +918968107947 WhatsApp 6,239,428,115 mostly used by Shrana 70733979747 70733579747 #Shrana www.ownworldpress.wordpress.com Instagram.com/Shrana Direct messaging donations to humanity related work for this site click https://paypal.me/Shrana. Locale X=N_US Google search #May 2020 WW3 YouTube search Shrana